Just a few minutes away beyond the walls, and you're in for an altogether new gastronomic experience. Walk and talk with me to Intramuros.
Since we're already here in Manila, why don't we travel back in time to get a taste of the local cuisines and experience Spanish-era Manila through the walled city's churches, museums, and restaurants. Step inside the marvelous walled city of Intramuros. Kuya Eugene, let's go!
You may go to Fort Santiago via taxi, jeepney, or LRT. To make sure that you can go safe, go travel to Intramuros, please take note of these guidelines. At the entrance of Intramuros, you'll be greeted by your friendly Guardia Civil. Visitors will undergo temperature checks. Accomplish a contact tracing form by scanning the QR code. Purchase a ticket upon entry. Wear a face mask and a face shield at all times. But you can remove this protection during picture taking, but make sure to put it back on right away. You can choose to travel by foot or on a handmade bamboo bike once you're inside its fortress. For 400 years, Intramuros was the center of Spanish political, religious, and military power in the region. The history behind its ruins make Intramuros a must-see destination in Manila today.
Alright, so this little tunnel over here was once used by the Spanish resistance as an escape route from Fort Santiago to the Pasig River to get away from the British occupation during the 7 Years' War around the 1700s.
Upon exiting the main gate of Fort Santiago, you can head southeast of General Luna Street, past the Plaza Moriones and the Palacio del Gobernador, and you'll see the cathedral on your left, one of the most popular churches with magnificent architecture. After a long day of going around and exploring Intramuros, we are now at the Manila Cathedral, the mother of all churches in the whole of the Philippines. Now, aside from the devout coming over as a place of worship, even tourists can enjoy having beautiful architecture. It also has rich history behind it. Not to mention that this place has been destroyed over 7 times since the 16th century, and this is the 8th time that the cathedral has been rebuilt. There are a lot of things that we have to see over here, so yeah, I hope you guys can join me as we take a look around Manila Cathedral. This is something that you can only sometimes see in the movies, because we're going to transport you to a place not a lot of people have seen Manila Cathedral from. So you see this little door over here? Let's check it out. So this is actually my first time here as well. Okay, so there are 2 ways. There's a fork here. This looks like a closed gate for now, so I'm assuming this is where we're going to go see. We're just learning as we go. Oh, we're here. Okay, so we're at the mezzanine, or maybe, how should I say, the choir level of the cathedral. This is where you will see the huge
organ that you can see from below. Okay, I'm really getting excited just about to tell you what we're about to do. You see the opening over there through the stained glass windows. We are actually going to go through it because we have another special vantage point that we're gonna get a chance to show all of you right now. We're gonna go through that and then go to a higher level, and we will get to see the whole of Intramuros from the view deck of the Manila Cathedral. Let's go. Oh, we are finally here. All right, so you actually have a choice to go higher to that point over there where you can see almost absolutely everything around Intramuros. But right now, we're in a comfortable spot and you can already enjoy the skyline or the cityscape of Manila and of course, of Intramuros. Just across the majestic San Agustin Church, located in the cobblestone street of General Luna, is a cultural commercial complex called Plaza San Luis, also known as a go-to spot for wedding receptions, souvenir shops, cafes, and restaurants for foodies.
Jump back in time and experience what it was like to be a walking ilustrado. Casa Manila is the museum that depicts the kind of lifestyle rich Filipinos and mestizos used to have. Just on the other side of the plaza are lines of bamboo bikes that you can rent if you want a more unique and breezy alternative to go around Intramuros.
The Baluarte de San Diego is one of the popular tourist spots that are open in Intramuros right now. And as you can already see, it's really nice here because it's open, it's green. So aside from Fort Santiago, which also has the same feel if you're looking for a sense of openness, alternatively, you can go here to the Baluarte. All right, I have to be honest with you guys. This is my first time here, so I wasn't expecting this place to look as beautiful as it does over here. Because I thought the most open space that the Baluarte can give us is through the garden down there. But you have a much bigger space up here. And I think the good part is if you look down here, being that this is an unfinished tower, it isn't too steep of a climb, especially for some tourists or some visitors that might want to visit. And you have a nice maze-looking structure that you can admire once you're up here. Very nice and very beautiful piece of history. If you're looking for an impressive view of the city, then you should dine at the Sky Deck, located at the rooftop of the Bayleaf Intramuros with an alfresco style dining. The best time to dine here is during sundown, so you can experience the majestic Manila sunset. Now that is dining with a view. You've seen the food, you've seen the hotel, but right now, we have the privilege to get to know not just the hotel a little more, but the person behind the wonderful spread that we have here tonight. We have with us the executive chef and the F&B manager of the Bayleaf Intramuros, Chef CARLO Santiago.
Hello, welcome to Bayleaf.
How are you? How have you been, Chef, especially for the past year?
Well, we've been well and we've been blessed enough to be operating during this pandemic. It's because we've been a quarantine hotel also for our fellow Filipinos here in the Philippines. We threw our best to give jobs for our employees and we survived.
Looks like it, because from the looks of it, there are a lot of people already dining.
Yes,
Deck,
well,
right?
it gives us hope. It gives us hope for the next coming year, hoping things will be back to normal. We know it's not going to be normal, but it's the post-pandemic normal that we want to happen.
For those that aren't familiar, what is the Bayleaf Intramuros?
First of all, the Bayleaf is owned by the Laurels. That's why the name of Bayleaf comes from the Laurel. So English of Laurel is the Bayleaf.
Bayleaf,
yes. The Bayleaf is also a boutique hotel that we have about 57 rooms. We have a suite. We also have a ballroom. We also have cater to weddings and any kind of events that you want.
Yeah, and actually Chef CARLO and I were talking earlier, and you mentioned, because I told him, since I host a lot of weddings, I'm part of the wedding industry, a lot of the couples that I've hosted for have mentioned the proposal happened at the sky deck.
Based on our experience for the past 10 years that we've been operating, a lot of people always calls us for reservation and they want to propose to their bride-to-be. Then we always arrange flowers and they always ask for the table beside the view. Of course, we can, as much as possible, we want to make it special for them.
Okay, so now this is going to be my favorite topic for our little discussion here tonight, Chef. What are the specialties of Sky Deck? And I assume it's the dishes that you prepared.
Okay, the dishes that I choose for you to taste is actually the dishes what guests wants to order during the sunset. First of all, I'd like to taste first the Gamberetti. This is like a Spanish-inspired gambas. But what's different and unique about this is that I added almonds, preserved lemons, olive oil, and fresh parsley to it.
This is gambas actually, Chef. One of my favorite dishes.
Oh,
so
okay.
anytime there's a chance for me to get to try perhaps a chef's twist on the dish, I really am excited to taste it.
Enjoy.
Wow, this is really good. And you can really taste the almonds as well. Chef, 8 thumbs up for
Oh,
this
thank you. Thank you very much. And next,
Okay.
we'll have the chili calamari. It's one of our crowd favorites as well. So it's just deep fried calamari with a chili garlic aioli.
Oh, wow. Have to dip it in the sauce. I love how you can taste the chili right away.
Yes.
Wow. I love this, Chef. I love the calamari.
Let's go to Mexico. This is our version of the beef birria.
Oh, wow.
This has been it became as popular street food in LA, America. So I wanted to try my own version. I want to try the Filipinos to try it as well.
Okay, so dip it here, and
Yes,
would it
a
be
lot
fine
of-
to,
yes,
to dip
yes.
it here in the
Yes.
chili oil as
I
well?
suggest more consomme though.
More, okay. Get it in there. Get it in there. And then get it in here also.
Yes.
Birria. Chef has been excitedly waiting for my feedback. Craving satisfied.
Oh, thank you very much.
This is wonderful stuff. Thank you for sharing this with us.
This is actually the Raffaelle lamb ribs.
Okay.
We sous vide this for more than 12 hours. Then we finished it in the wood-fired oven.
Cheers.
Cheers.
Wow. I'm not a big fan of lamb, but this is good.
Oh, thank you.
And it really goes well with the mint jelly. And the meat is so tender.
Yes, because of the sous vide process.
Friends, this is definitely worth your time to try because this took a little more than half a day
Yes, more than half a day.
to prepare. So if you're at the Sky Deck, you must try the lamb ribs.
This dish has been with us since the opening. It's our Ensaymada Pudding.
Ensaymada Pudding.
Yes. So we also serve it. We also serve it by trays. We have a lot of orders during Christmas. It's like instead of giving them a birthday cake, they give them this Ensaymada Pudding because we serve them during these special occasions.
This one, take a look at this. I can just skip the main meals and then go straight to the dessert. And then leave what's left inside of my stomach to whatever's here on the table. Chef, incredible work. Now I understand why a lot of people have been buying this from you guys. This was a pleasant surprise, Chef CARLO. It's so soft and the sweetness is just right. With the contrasting taste of the mango, it's kind of sour.
I'd like to invite everybody at the Sky Deck. Good food, good view, and of course, good company, good service.
I couldn't have said it any better, and I can't wait for everybody to get to try the wonderful food here at the Sky Deck at the Bayleaf, Intramuros. Once again, thank you very much, the executive chef and F&B manager,
Thank you as well.
Chef CARLO Santiago. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Sky Deck is an outdoor dining restaurant As mandated by the IATF, both vaccinated and unvaccinated customers are allowed to dine. Social distancing and the use of face mask and face shield is mandatory upon arrival. Just a few kilometers away from Intramuros, and you can find more delectable food choices in Malate and the Bay Area. From the rich flavors of Spain to the most interesting Chinese cuisine favorites, Copa de Manila at Winford Manila Resort and Casino served some of the best dishes in the city of Manila. Dig into the sweet and savory flavors of their best-selling Chinese rice toppings and mouth-watering classic Filipino desserts, like their mouth-watering bibingka and cheesy Ensaymada. If you're a cheese lover, then cheesy Ensaymada must be one of your favorite desserts. With a tall number of bread and rich buttercream, topped with cheese bits on top, you love Diamond Hotel's Ensaymada. It turns out that coffee goes well with dessert for a good reason. Coffee amplifies the sweet flavor of desserts. Ride and roll along the bay. Get your caffeine fix, a cappuccino or straight espresso from Conrad Manila's Brew on Wheels. Also along the bay, the International Buffet is heavy with French influence, but there's also an extensive Asian food presence as well. No matter how overwhelming the variety of cuisines available in Spiral is, don't stuff yourselves too much. You must always leave room for dessert.